G'day, today we're going to have a look at the weekly challenge in mini motorways. This one is set in Zurich. And we have, so it's the week of the 21st of February. We have unlimited road tiles. Some color destinations are always circles. And weekly choices are now a mystery. So this one generally always makes this pretty hard. Being Zurich is probably also going to be hard. That'll add a little difficulty too. So let's, this is one thing I'm just going to do for this. For unlimited road tiles, I've had a very poor success. I've had very limited success, is probably a better way of saying it, in terms of having, of doing blocking with any sort of competency. So, what I'm going to try with this one is I'm just going to build a border around any destination that I get to see if that makes any impact. Already that's put itself in a spot that suggests no, it's not going to make life any easier for me. Let's just adjust this. Flip. How are we going to connect them without making that slow down? I don't see any way that that's going to improve it either. This definitely feels like a level that it's going to be the blockers are going to be the ones that succeed here. But I find that any time I've attempted to block, I've ended up way worse than whether I'd done nothing. So let's see just how we go. Now, the fact that this is an intersection is bad to begin with here. I mean, I could flip this guy around the back and connect. Oh my, wow, there we'll always get the one on the right. Oh, which also means it's going to be murder trying to get a this is really. I'll finish that thought in a moment. Trying to get anything that I actually want that's going to be handy. Okay, so this guy, let's flick him around the edge there. This guy we're going to have to just waste a bridge. Yeah. Alright, let's go back the other way with this then. Now, annoyingly, I can't really get these guys to cut through there without hitting him anyway, so they might have to just sort of be a tunnel regardless. This guy, I suppose we can do that. It's definitely longer than this, but at least includes both houses. It's just getting worse and worse. I think the top score on this so far is 2,000 and something. It's obviously very early in the week, but let's get rid of that. This is gonna. It's just concede. Except that these guys are gonna have to go. They're gonna have to share their line, I guess. There's no circles on that. Well, now there's a circle on it. Okay, well, let's turn them around. Let's turn these guys around because that's too much of a good thing to not take. Means we can get rid of that. And what we can do is cut that. Have those guys connect there. We can then flick these guys around this way. Connect like that. And it's still not great. And giving this guy 4 to him only 2 also isn't great. Especially now having to have him share out this as well. Every time I set up an adjustment for this, they then go, oh, what if we put this here though? So now that you guys are going to be beneficial to getting to here, so now I've got to then reset this up so that it does go back around this guy again. So again, he's now heading up. I think the layout that we've had here is altered several times, back and forth. So then these 3 guys can just run across like that. He finally gets a 3rd one and we take those away from him and make him take 2. There we go, he's got 3 now. So our purples, that's blue. Our dark blues are going to get us a fair bit of our points here because they're the circles and you can see how fast they're getting job requests versus these guys. But these guys are just our sort of little weird setup that they're going to be the difference between us winning and losing, I would say. Not great, but well, there's a motorway. And we get a motorway that runs from here over here. Lovely. Anytime we have to use that bridge, it seems like it gives us something to make us not have to use the bridge again. Okay. So this guy... So let's make that change. That seems like that's a worthwhile adjustment that sooner rather than later these guys are separating out for him. Now I feel that there isn't too much we can do to delay the inevitable of making this connect using a tunnel. I think that's the better way to go. And then what we can do is we can run this up here. Do that. Now, what we're doing here... Let's turn him around to an intersection though. What we're trying to do here now is that we've taken the guy that is circular off that little connection, and we've just got the 2 squares now just operating together in hope that the guy that's probably going to be a bigger problem now to sort of look after himself. Okay, so now we've got this guy's gone circular, but he's getting a little bit extra help. Now, is there any way that we can get red to him? I suppose what we could do is we can get these 2 guys to just connect like that, connect into here. Got a second bridge, so what we could do is we could cut that. And again, we can flip this guy going one way around to the other way around. That's the theme of this video so far. We can make him do that. Then we can get this guy to cut up. And up. And across. Then we get rid of that, and we get rid of that. And then we have it. All 3 of those are separate now. And it's just going to be if we need a bridge. We're going to have to make some adjustments on this. Both of these, both him and him, could severely benefit from a motorway. I realize that motorways are going to be tricky in this one. Yeah, so let's pause there for a second. Turn these two guys around like that. We'll make this a 3-2 split. Oh, 3-3 split. Okay. Let's wait for the second house, because they usually will give us 2. So the question is, who is best off going here? And I think that temporarily, at least, the answer is these guys, because you can see everyone here is currently at home. Because this guy's job is so easy, of how close they are, that these guys aren't doing anything. So we'll use just them as a setup for that. But without being lucky enough to nab a motorway, there'd definitely be some trickiness about this. Okay, so let's slot that guy in there. That's good. That's what we want. Some more houses. Okay. We are getting a few up here that we're not using. The one thing that we have been lucky with blue to this point is that everyone's relatively close to a group of houses for them to be looking after them. We had, it's going to say it cost us a bridge and a motorway to get these guys across to here. We would like to do, but that's at least 2 weeks away, and that's if we manage to fluke. Getting the exact things we need. That's a bridge. We can see that these guys here are starting to struggle. They're not coping with the amount that they need. There's no way to get more guys down here. These guys would need a bridge. Get a bridge, I'd have to potentially take that. I guess I could cut these guys across him, because he's only a square. It wouldn't be as big a problem, but then we would also then need to get guys down from here to here, which I suppose we can do. So let's make this change. So it is, firstly we go we don't really want to get rid of his connection either, because we don't want white houses to show up in place of it. So let's go down there. We don't really want these guys running into help up here. So what we're going to do is we're going to set 2 dedicated guys for that for now. These 2 are still going to help out with this, as long as it's still a problem. Going to take this bridge. We're going to run these guys through here. Make those 3 like that. And we will put a set of traffic lights right there. We won't connect the other 2 guys yet. We'll wait to see how they go. Got to wait for that bridge to come back to us. Great. Then we can run up to those 4. Just keeping an eye on these 2 here. Exactly what we need. It's more blue again, stuck on the other side of roads. Well, it's not going to wait around for us, so we've got to address it. Get that guy to connect there, so he's at least on the other side of a split here. Calm these guys down, at least. Oh man, sometimes I don't envy my road building abilities. Alright, let's make that guy go straight down. We'll separate the two of those. The reason that we're separating it as opposed to leaving them all as options is because we don't want the guys here going all the way up, or like, all the guys from over here coming all the way down and looking after him. That's just where it's going to be a messy problem. This is already a messy problem in that okay, cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of that. It's a messy problem because we've got two circular neighborhoods both vying for the same, like having to cross an intersection. But the fact that we can now get rid of that intersection is definitely a win. Okay, cool. So there's another bridge for us. So we want to get more of these guys connected in here. Put that in there, and then we'll put a set of lights there to help out him, because it's a little bit of a distance they're traveling. 2 guys on that one, 5 currently on him, so we can certainly swap that guy back. You can see here this guy's still not even in demand, so him needing 2 has him well covered. This guy here is who I see still going to be the next problem. And now he needs a motorway, I think. At least that's an easy one to address. Okay, so we can get him to connect in there, so he's now the closest guy. Look after him, which is good. And at least we've got someone at the back here who's getting used for nothing. We can see that a lot of these guys actually weren't... I suppose what we could do is we've got an extra bridge here anyway, so we can get rid of that. We can turn these 3 guys around, connect him into there, get them going, so he's got 4. And then what we can do is we can flick these 3 guys around. We've just got to wait for that bridge to disappear. There we go, a motorway. Nice win, that one. Connect him into it too. Great. And that can just cut down that way. Oh, there's another house there. Red is the concern still. Now all of these red guys we can see, none of them are at home at the moment. That's a pain of a location, that one. You do have a bridge. Connect the 2 of these guys together, we would have to run this around them, which would be a second bridge, because otherwise this guy can't be connected. This guy here. Let's just connect them like that for now. Let's see how that goes. Oh, he's already gone circular too. Okay. I get cut through there, because otherwise I could have these 2 guys just sort of jump onto this motorway. Definitely don't like this setup at all. At least we're getting some motorways. This yellow just sort of like locationing here is bad. Okay, so green's now going to need a bit more attention now that he's gone circular. How much further south can I carry that? It's okay to move to there? Cool. Alright, let's centralize their pickup point to get over there. Now we've got another 2 motorways at this point. It's a nice addition, that red house there, to give him a shorter trip. I think there's so many blues that blue's actually not struggling. I think part of the way this game works is that it divides, in a way, it divides workload between the same house color sometimes. So you might see that when one house color starts to struggle, all of that color starts to struggle. But potentially because there's so many blue here, they're not struggling because those jobs are getting divided so far out. These guys are all connected but not connected to anything. That's so many houses connected to this guy though. It's a nice addition there. Okay. So what we want is we want to give this guy we want to change who he's connecting to. We want him to connect to these guys here. Now ideally we would just cut through this hill and just set up there and have them use a motorway to hop over. But alternatively what we can do is, until we have the ability to do that, we can run these guys, we can put a motorway there, and we can see how far it's going to let us swing that motorway down. I wonder if we move up an extra square, is that going to let us arc any further down? No. So let's put it where we originally get it, which is there. Just connect those guys to that. It means we can disconnect. Blue from having to pass through them. It means we can get that that tunnel. So that actually may solve our problem. Then what it means is that we can flip these 3 guys around. And they can now work on these 2 guys, which are in a much worse spot. What it also means is that we can then get rid of this and that, and these guys can then take advantage of those closer guys. I don't like how many houses have just suddenly rocked up here, blocking in this these yellows. What we need is we've got another motorway still. Good. So what we're going to do is let's turn these guys down. Get rid of this guy off that network for now. We'll get rid of that. We'll put a motorway from there to there. Get rid of all of that. Let me get rid of that one. Okay. And then what we can do is we can run this guy's into there to give this guy a few extra helping hands. It means they can now hop over those lines. Blue is now starting to look a bit worse. So blue's biggest problems seem to be related to how many people are needed for looking after these 2. Now we're getting a red community up there that'll be ideal for anyone. Right, we've got our tunnel back too, so we can flip this around to get the tunnel going in there. Let's get those 2 just running over to help out on this side too. roundabout. Seem to be sort of taking care of it here. Good, another house that's come in. Might flip this guy back once, just take care if this can be managed. But what we really need to do is say take the one of these big population centers at the top where you can see no one's being used, and get them to take care of one of these guys, and then have the other one looked after by the existing community, and then these guys can shift over to the other one. Now I've got 3 guys up here. So we do have a bridge and a tunnel at the moment. What we can do too is we can look at splitting these two up, sort of. We could run a tunnel through. I imagine that's going to fit that white house as an inconvenient place. We could run a tunnel through here at the point when we've got a motorway that we can, when they're not using this road. We could then have this community of guys here. Just run straight down and connect to this guy. It's probably a few people too short at the moment. Yeah, this guy here is not happy. What have we got available? Well, we've got these white guys here that currently aren't doing anything. Get rid of that, and we can go like that. Just get them in there helping out. This guy here is not doing great. Okay. He definitely needs more houses now. I realize I've just cut off from where he was connecting to his other houses. You want to sneak this guy through somehow. See if that helps. But you can see blues everywhere are now not happy. It's getting a bit rough down here. But any blues that we can get to this spot here. Can't really pull guys out of here because they're already sort of all on call looking after this. And we can just temporarily shift this guy to come help. I mean, it's 25% more cars than what are currently on there. Tunnel. I can't see how we're going to get out of this mess without any more motorways. Okay, well, we just gained a house there. That's definitely a good benefit to him. Basically, we just need the surge to stop. And you can see that the traffic jam that's currently taking place in here. Let's see if that helps at all. Doesn't seem like if it's just going to stop everyone and no one's going to get in there. Might just shot myself in the foot. Come on, get in there. Someone turn. Ah, no. Yeah, silly. Alright, let's have a look on the menu how we're doing there. Number 2. Not too bad. We can, I mean, it's definitely early days in the week on this one, so I'm sure that we won't finish on number 2. But any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below. Until next time, catch you later. See ya.